Howdy, folks.
Welcome back to College Crisis. My name is Rose Seivers.
And I'm Madison Seivers, and we are here to help you.
Today, since this is our second episode, and you all already know how this works, we will get right into our SOS segment.
Rose has the floor today. Take it away, Rose.
Thank you, Madison. So, my predicament for today. So, I'm sure everybody can relate to scheduling classes in college. It can be a pain in the rear, let me tell you. So, I am one of those people that wants to graduate early and get done. I want to get out of here.
Period.
However, I want to try to experience more things since I'm with the progress now. We're doing the podcast. I'm in my service sorority and all that stuff. So, do I want to be stressed out to the point where I'm like dead all the time next semester and take 18 credit hours and 2 night classes? Or should I just take the 15 hours and enjoy my time? Because I want to graduate early. However, I want it to be easier on myself and I want to enjoy more things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. I actually had the same issue. I don't really care about graduating early per se. I just switched into the BEM major and I'm a little behind and I wanted to get some classes out of the way. So I took more classes than I did last semester. And I think the beautiful thing is, I think you should register for those 18 hours if you think you can handle it. And if you realize, before that first drop deadline that I don't think I can do this and be happy, because that's the thing. Your mental health is the priority. And if you're going to, like you said, if you're going to be dead all the time and hate your life and not want to do the things that you do on the side or not have the time even, I would say maybe drop a class.
Yeah, but my main concern is not graduating early per se. It's just I have so many upper division credits that I need to get done.
Right.
And I need to do that now because next semester I have to take more BEMs for my minor because they're not really offered that much in the fall, depending on what class you take. So that's kind of where that stems from. But I think that is what I'm going to do. It just depends on my stress level, honestly. I just don't want to be stressed about getting classes in later on. I'd rather do it now.
That's true. So is it a possibility for you to just do those classes next fall?
That could be a possibility.
Or next spring.
However, that's also probably when I'll start doing my senior classes, my capstones, my co-ops, and all that jazz. So that's why I'm like, should I do it now? So.
I think, you know what? Go ahead and try. And if you realize, hey, I'm flying too close to the sun, don't be Icarus,
The sun.
don't be Icarus. Just, clip your wings a little bit. Make it a little more manageable.
That's really true. It's just something that I've been stressed about, so. But I'm glad I got your input on that.
No problem, girl. Okay, now for the meat of the show, the College Crisis Hotline. Dun, dun, dun.
Today, I will be reading some Reddit posts from the Am I the Ape-Hole subreddit.
And just a little note, if you would like to anonymously send in your crisis, check the description of this video and the link in the Eastern Progress Instagram bio. There's a Google form, and you can fill it out anonymously. And we will get viewer questions next time, hopefully.
Yeah, please don't put your name. We're not going to call you out.
Or anyone else's name. No personal information.
Don't call out your ex-boyfriend, because I would call them out for you. Anyways, so I only have 2 subreddits today because they are kind of longer ones, but we will go ahead and get started. So this one is from a little bit ago. It's kind of an older one from 8 months ago, but we're going to go ahead and read it. So, let's start off. Okay, I am a 35-year-old female and I have a 16-year-old daughter. My daughter has a late birthday, early to mid-December, so she is going into her senior year of high school. She is a very smart girl and I'm proud of what she's accomplished, but she's also young and naive in a lot of ways. She's easily manipulated. She doesn't pay much attention to her surroundings. She can't stand up for herself. She constantly still calls or texts myself or her father to help with things. Most recently, I've also been concerned about her doing dangerous things or submitting to peer pressure from her friends. I've met them and they are not good kids. I've told her to stop talking to them, but she refuses and tries to go behind my back. For these reasons, among others, her father and I have decided that we are not going to let her go off to college as long as she's a minor under our care. This means she won't be going in fall of 2024 because she doesn't turn 18 until that December. I am not trying to stifle her, but I do want her to be safe. She was recently talking about starting to fill out college applications, and I told her not to bother. I explained that we weren't letting her go until she's old enough to make that decision for herself. She started crying and yelling at me, but I refused to budge. I don't think I'm being unreasonable, and honestly, her reaction is more evidence of immaturity. Wow. That's...
Yeah. I have a few initial reactions to this post. The first being, are the bad influence friends going to this college that she's applying to?
Well, first of all, is she even trying to go to college just because of them? And, I mean, like you said, are they even trying to get into the same college? Or are her friends going to college, so she's like, oh, I want to go to college to further my education?
Yeah, it said she's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
And, so, personally, I think they are kind of being a little bit of an a-hole here.
Yeah.
Because, here's the thing. There are a lot of lessons that you learn in college. There are a lot of things that will boost, whether you like it or not, you will learn the lessons. Like, once you...
Sometimes the hard way, too.
Yeah, most times the hard way. When you move out, whether it's to a dorm or, maybe if she's not moving out, just, when you start to build your own life, you learn a lot about a lot of things very quickly.
Yeah.
And, I'm only a freshman, so I haven't learned all of them yet. And I'm sure there are more lessons coming my way, which is so exciting. But, honestly, I would say when I graduated high school, I was not the most mature.
Yeah.
I was kind of...
Nobody is, though, because you're still technically a kid. And, I mean, it says that she literally still asks her mom and dad for stuff. She is 16 years old.
Let's get one thing straight, right? That is still a child.
She is 16 years old. I am almost 20 years old, and I still text my mom every day. Mom, I don't know what to do. Dad, I don't know what to do. It's a part of growing up.
People ask their parents for things when they're 30, 40, 50. If you are having a child, you should expect them to come to you.
Be glad that she wants to go off to college and do something for herself and that she's not living in your basement when she's 50 years old.
Exactly. Now, I understand you're worried, right?
Every parent
The peer pressure is real. It's very real. And that's another thing, though. She'll learn her lessons, whether she wants to or not, sometimes the hard way with that. Just because everyone else is doing it doesn't mean you should, too. But you can't just, shelter her forever. You know what I mean?
And she may turn out to be a homebody. I'm a homebody. I don't go out partying on Saturday nights. I sit home with the cats and read. Some students are just like that. Some adults are just like that, and that's okay. She may end up being that way. You never know.
And she may be going out to parties, but hey, what can you do? What can you do?
Well, the last sentence of this says, but apparently she texted her aunt who has been calling me an a-hole. Am I the a-hole? So we already know that this has been bothering this girl.
Yeah. And this obviously shows that she probably has a better relationship with her aunt than her mom.
And I mean, either way, if you still keep her from going to college, when she turns 18, she'll probably go to college.
And cut you off.
Yeah.
Just being honest. The more you keep a child from doing something, the more they will want to do it, and probably in worse ways. So just keep that in mind.
I think you are the a-hole. I see where you're coming from. I mean, every parent worries, and my mom definitely worries, and I've been on my own for almost 2 years now. It happens.
And, obviously, well, maybe not obviously, we are not mothers. We do not have children. We have not experienced the turmoils of motherhood, but we are both teenage daughters who at a time were probably nuisances. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I have a child named Phoebe. She's my cat.
Oh. Well, I got really scared there. I thought you were about to drop the biggest bomb
oh my
on me.
God, no.
Okay.
Anyways.
We do not have human children, so
my cat's not going off to college, guys.
The point is, we think you're the a-hole. Maybe
Sorry.
maybe have a better discussion with your. I think she's kind of reasonable for calling you an a-hole.
And this space could be good because it's also time for growth for both of you, not just you, but her too. So.
And she will grow. Trust
she will
me,
grow.
She will grow.
Mm-hmm. And she will find her people, and I mean, maybe better people than who she's hanging out with now. Who knows?
You have to trust her.
Yeah. But let's get on to the next Am I the A-hole subreddit. I'm a 29-year-old male trying to figure out if I'm in the wrong for feeling upset about something my girlfriend did. So this past weekend, we were visiting her parents and stopped at a fast food joint. After we got our food and left, my girlfriend started relentlessly mocking the cashier and made a bunch of comments about how aged she looked, how her entire being must reek of deli meat, how she hoped the cashier was stuck living with a bunch of roommates, etc. I was just confused.
Hold on, pause. Can I just say this? It is the biggest ick when somebody is mean to
a cashier
or a waiter, like service workers, food workers. Why are you being mean to them? Especially if they didn't do anything, if they're just living their life at their job.
Yeah. And honestly, depending on the restaurant, they may make more money than you, so keep that in mind. They probably don't care about your opinion.
And they're controlling your food. Be nice to them. I mean, like,
do you want your food spit in?
Exactly. I worked in fast food, and let me.
Oh my God!
The
never
people,
again.
the people that would. Anyways, keep on. I just wanted to say that. Be nice.
No, that's what I was gonna say.
Be nice.
I asked her what was her deal with this particular cashier, and that's when she explained to me that this person had bullied her and her best friend in middle school. Yeah, you spoke too soon, Madison. I'm just kidding. I put bully in quotes because from the story she's told me, it sounds more like this person was a part of a larger group that teased her and her best friend during PE, and not coincidentally, other non-white kids. I was sympathetic at first because I didn't realize she had ever experienced bullying, but after getting more context, it felt less like prolonged torture and just like typical mean kid stuff. For reference, my girlfriend is EA and her best friend is Indian. I'm also EA, and I'm not trying to dismiss their racism as nothing more than schoolyard bullying, but it seems like since they weren't able to get a rise out of them, they gave up and moved on to picking up other kids.
Does that mean East Asian? EA?
I think so.
Okay.
If we are not educated, clearly. We are trying to educate ourselves, guys. I even asked if she was still affected by their taunting, but she said that she really hasn't thought about any of them since middle school. After what felt like their fifth comment about the cashier's droopy folds, I got a little fed up and asked her to move on and let it go. She took offense to this and proceeded to fill out the online guest survey form, intentionally lying about the cashier's poor hygiene and service. She also wanted to leave a negative Google review, but I hope I talked her out of it. I tried to calm her down, but she said she wasn't riled up and she didn't care about this person or what happened to them and didn't expect for her customer feedback to do much damage, but if it did, she wouldn't have cared either way. I've seen her act this way, and honestly, the whole thing has thrown me off. I'm questioning if I'm the a-hole for calling her out. She thinks I'm taking the bully side, but I think she's being a callous Jack A and unnecessarily cruel. That was a lot of information.
Yeah. Okay. So,
yeah, what do you think, Madison? Because I'm trying to, gather my thoughts.
Well, I've been bullied before. Right.
Yes.
I don't know if you have the experience of being bullied.
I've never necessarily been bullied, but I've been in a situation with mean girls, and I think everyone has, especially in middle
everyone
school.
has a situation with mean girls. So, while I can't relate to the specific type of bullying, it looks like it said, other non-white kids. I was not bullied for my race. I was bullied for my weight. So, I think bullying takes a toll on you. You know, people being mean to you definitely takes a toll on you. And I would be lying if I said that I didn't at times say, I wish the worst for these people, honestly. But it didn't cross my mind to bully them back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to be the better person.
Exactly.
And I'm not saying this person's feelings aren't valid, because they 100% are, and like you said, it takes a toll on you.
Right.
But to go and try to ruin someone's job, like
the negative review was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And this was in middle school, and it says that she's 29.
Yeah, like you're grown. you are grown. Maybe, you know, your 20s are like kind of a gray area, you know, you still got stuff to learn. But what did she say? Something about saggy droopy folds.
However, we don't know all of the information about the bullying situation, so we don't know what was said. We only know what the outsider is saying.
And the boyfriend was like, I don't think she was bullied, but also the boyfriend wasn't there.
That's true.
So the bullying could have been a lot worse than what we're getting with this.
But he said it sounded like mean girl stuff, because, I mean, if she did say her side of the story and that's what it sounded like, then that's probably what it was. You know what I mean? But
Listen,
I'm not saying her feelings aren't valid at all, because they totally are.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with what I said. Don't be mean to service workers, and don't stoop to the level of other people who are mean to you.
And plus, that was in middle school. I'm not saying that racism in any shape or form is okay, but that was in middle school. Middle school girls don't know what they're saying half the time.
Yeah.
They're still growing up, and that probably was because they had insecurities about themselves.
I mean, if the things that I said and did in middle school were held against me now, I'd be dead. I wouldn't be here. You know, I would not be here.
Exactly.
But that also, like I said, that doesn't excuse racism. That doesn't excuse.
Absolutely not. Just be kind to everyone.
This is a tricky situation.
I know.
I would say she is kind of being an a-hole, especially with that negative review.
I agree.
You're not the a-hole.
Not the dude.
Boyfriend is not the a-hole in the slightest in this situation. I think your girlfriend's being kind of an a-hole. The other girl was an a-hole in middle school.
Plus, are you sure that was even her? Because that was, like, 18 years ago? Are you sure that was even her?
And it said she was just one part of this bigger group.
Yeah.
So who even knows if she directly said anything or if she was just friends with the people who were saying things.
I agree with you, Madison.
Okay. Well, that was good, I think. Those were two good.
Just be nice to everyone, though, guys.
Yeah, that's the moral of this story. Be nice.
Treat everyone with kindness and respect.
Especially cashiers and waiters.
They will do something to your food.
Okay. Last but certainly not least, this is actually, I think, one of my favorite parts of this.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Hot or not.
Woo!
So I'm going to start this off on a positive note. We did our negatives first last time, I think.
I think so, too, yeah.
Hot. Tank tops and muscle tees.
Oh,
and
my
if you are
God.
unfamiliar with a muscle tee, usually it's when you have a regular t-shirt and you cut the sleeves off. And sometimes you cut the bottom a little bit, like a little crop. Oh, brother.
When my boyfriend wears them, I'm like, oh my God, shout out to Dante if you're watching this. Hello.
I am gnawing at the iron bars of my enclosure.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
On any man
on
with
men,
muscles.
on women.
Yeah, women
on
who work
people
out.
in between.
Women who work out. Anybody.
Now, there
a gray area.
Sometimes tank tops don't really they're not the vibe of a certain outfit.
You have to make
or
it
occasion.
work.
You have to make it work. But I think a lot of it is just like confidence.
Absolutely.
And you know what? They go great with jorts.
Jorts.
Call back. Okay.
Just not long jeans. Don't wear jean like pants with them unless you're wearing like a flannel over it.
I think that can be fine sometimes. It's just okay. It would take too long for me to explain like the stipulations, but for overall muscle tanks, and they're in.
Yes.
Now, this is like a kind of a weird personal thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, okay, vertical stripes are out. Okay, hear me out. I think vertical stripes have had their day in the sun. And there's nothing awful about them, but I think the move is horizontal. No. Oh my gosh.
Horizontal stripes?
I think I messed it up. Vertical stripes are in. Horizontal stripes are out. Listen, guys, I was never good at geometry or math.
You don't even know what the fashion trend is.
Okay, no, I do.
Which way? This
I
way
do.
or this way?
Yes, no. Yes, no.
Oh my god.
Does that make sense?
I agree.
Guys,
I just hate the chunky stripes. I am fine with the good, like you said, like the straight down, like the thin stripes. Don't wear those big chunky stripes. Let's leave those in the 1980s.
yeah, like a chunky stripe, it's giving like referee.
Referee.
But
I agree.
yeah, you know what? Stripes are good, just, yes. Okay, your turn.
Okay, guys. So, I might actually start out with what I don't like and end on a high note today.
Okay.
Just because I feel like we should. Guys, I know that not a lot of people do this anymore, but it is something that I have thought about before. Dresses over pants. Like, the flare pants and the tight little dresses that people used to wear in the early 2000s. Let's leave that in the 2000s era. It should have
Period.
never even been an era.
And honestly, while we're on the topic, dresses over like thick leggings.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Tights are in.
Tights are in. Pantyhose are in. Fishnets are in.
Oh, absolutely.
Thick leggings. The ones where they like cut off at your ankle.
Yes.
And you can see that little bit of.
No.
Which also, take what we say with a grain of salt.
That's your opinion. Anyway, what I love and what I hope to see more of this summer is cute summer dresses. I love me a good flowy dress in the summer. I wish more people would wear them. It is a look. You can go grocery shopping in them. You can go to the beach. You can go to the pool. You can go over to your friend's house, your boyfriend's house, whatever. Go to a freaking barbecue. Just do it. Wear them with sandals, not socks, with sandals.
Just sandals.
Just sandals.
Yeah, I agree. I think summer dresses, sundresses, whatever you want to call them, are lovely.
Mm-hmm.
They flatter just about everyone who wears them.
Even a cute little skater dress.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the loud prints that are
Loud
always
prints?
on. Like, the big florals.
Yes.
Ah!
I love me a bright pink or a bright, blue.
Yeah, keep it flowy, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of tired of seeing those, very tight dresses. But
That's for the winter.
period.
All right.
So, I think that just about does it for us this episode. Tune in next time for episode 3 of College Crisis. We're already on 3.
That's crazy.
And, as we said before, leave your questions, comments, queries, scenarios, cries for help in the Google form.
Or in the comments.
Or in the comments.
Whatever you want.
But the comments might not be anonymous, so it's probably best to use that Google form.
Unless you have some weird name like Jiminy Billy Bob or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, we hope you guys are loving the show. We are loving it, and we'll see you next time.
This is Rose Seivers signing off.
And this is Madison Livers signing off.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.